Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Welcome to Glitterland. Although this is not glitter, and I do have tons of glitter. Anyway, I have some things to show you before we do today's project. I have all kinds of new stuff. It's on eBay. It's been there for probably a week by the time that you see this. So I have a new mold here for extra resin, and it's got three little things. It's got a little turtle, a medium-sized turtle, and a little stingray that's probably that big. So I'm going to hold that to the side for some extra resin, and I have tons of new inlays, and these are all available. I have like 19 different inlays now to choose from on the eBay, so these are just the newest ones. If you have not been on there, there is a link in the description, and you can follow that to the store. So this is a set of 4, and you will get 2 mermaid tails, which are pretty long, as you can see on my hand, and 2 seashells. So those would look adorable in anything, and then fill them however you would want to fill them. So those are now available. The paw prints you've probably already seen. I just haven't done one yet. I'm going to do the paw print today. These hearts are new. You're going to get a set of 10. And I will show you what I'm going to do with those today. Of course, they're good for Valentine's Day or whatever, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. This set is in there. It's a set of 4 large hearts, and there are 3 different random designs plus the extra. So it's really a set of 3, and then I'm going to give you a 4th one of a different design. But 2 of the designs will be the same in your set. Like I said, it's a set of 3, but I want to give you 4. So these 2 have like polka dots. This one is just a plain heart. And this one has like a double inlay. This one is raised, and this one is raised, and this one is not, and that one is not. So if you inlaid these in something, you can even pull them out and maybe fill these little pieces in with like a UV resin color and then finish backfilling them. I don't know, the sky's the limit. And then I have these adorable ones ready for Christmas. And you will get a set of 4, and it's a Christmas tree, a snowman with a little, that is a little Christmas tree on his side, a Santa Claus, and a present with a bow on it. So you will get that set of 4 in this little set. So check everything out and see what you like. Plus, I've got tons and tons of glitter on there. I have regular molds on there. The thing is growing like crazy. I never ever expected to do eBay. And now that you guys got me started, I might as well make full advantage of the store and give you guys choices. So are you ready for today's video? All right, so far you've seen me do snowflakes, starfish, little feet on my beach clock that I did. Have I done any other inlays? I know the feet I left plain, but then I filled with glitter, and then the snowflakes and the starfish I painted with mica powder. I'm not going to paint these with anything today. This is going to be like a trial piece for maybe a memorial for a dog. I do have several animals I ended up having to cremate, and I have their ashes here, but I'm not going to do it in this today because I want to see if it works before I end up opening those to do it, because I never made them a memorial piece, and I have like 5 of them in the other room. And but I'm just going to do kind of a trial run. So first I just cleaned them, and then I stuck them to the bottom of the silicone coaster. This coaster holds about 4 ounces. So what I'm going to do with this one is pour it with clear the way it is. I'm not putting any mica on there. I'm going to let it cure, and I'm going to try the heat mat to do that again. And then I don't know what I'm going to fill it with, but I am contemplating trying to do like a dirty pour on the back to back coat it. I have no idea if it'll work, if it's going to spill all over the place, because generally I only do clear and I'm very careful. But since I'm pouring this clear, I'll probably put some sparkle in it or something. I'm not sure, because I think I'm going to fill these with glitter. But a little sparkle wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll keep the sparkle out. Anyway, I'm I'm going to try to dirty pour the back so I can get a mixture of colors on the back of this coaster. So let me mix up a few ounces of resin, get it in here and get cured, and then we'll figure out the rest of it. So today I decided to use my Fast Cure by Let's Resin. It's a 4-hour cure, and we will see how it does on the heat mat. Now, the last time I used the heat mat, I completely forgot that it came with a little cover, which is right here. So you just open up this little fabric cover that has a metal, not metal, but foil insert, and you just kind of cover your project, I guess, to hold the heat in. I completely forgot it came with it. So when I used it the other day, I didn't cover it, so it probably would have taken less time to cure. But I'm not going to turn it on yet because this resin is thick and it does get bubbles even though I stir it slow. I was stirring it like this so I don't get bubbles, but I did. So I'm gonna let it sit and kind of debubble itself. You can't really put this thick stuff through the Resiner's bubble remover. It doesn't work. Like, by the time it would get bubbles out, it would have been cured. So I don't even try anymore. That's really just for like medium to thin viscosity, and they only recommend about 3 ounces at a time. So this is not one of them that can go in there with success. I see people on my Facebook group complaining that it's not taking the bubbles out. So definitely check the consistency of which resin you're using in that machine and how much you're putting in there. So that is one thing you have to look for. I do love that machine. If you use silicone, oh my gosh, that thing is a dream to get bubbles out of silicone in no time at all. So I do use that every single day to pour these silicone molds and inserts. So I am very thankful to have that for these at least. But I do use it on my thinner viscosity resins. So I'm just trying to pour this from up high and very thin, hopefully to pop some of the bubbles, but again, they're not gonna pop right away. So I'm not gonna turn the heat mat on until I can get as many out as I can, because I want to be able to see these little inlay openings. Now the inlays, I will say, that's pretty good, and I only used, oh boy, I have extra. I have 2 ounces extra, so I guess I'll be using this mold that I told you about. I also have this one too that I showed you on a recent video, and it holds little pocket hug hearts, or you can make magnets or whatever. Of course, there's glitter all over it. Why wouldn't there be? So maybe I'll do a little bit of both, and I'm just gonna let that, oh, what I was saying is the inlays can only be poured certain depths. So they don't always work in every single like coaster mold. You're going to need to use them in other things as well, because some of them have to be thicker in order to get all the detail. I can't help that, unfortunately. I try to pour them as thin as I can, but in order to get everything in there, I do have to do most of the whole thing. I'm trying to find my alcohol here so I could spray these bubbles. I'm going to keep spraying them with my 99% alcohol as they come to the surface. So hopefully they'll all come out. So let me find some coloring to put in here. And I guess I'll pour some of these for you so you can see them. If you've seen my other video, you've already saw those. And those make little hearts, which I don't have any sitting around. I've already packaged them to send them out to you guys. So let me grab some color. So instead of grabbing a mica or a alcohol ink, I'm going to show you one of the new glitters that I have. This is like fragments. This is not a glitter. This is extremely light. So you'll get 1 ounce of this, which takes up a 2-ounce portion that I package it in. This is really, really light. I have it in 3 colors. This one is called Turquoise Waters. I have one in gold and I have one in silver. So you will be able to use this and keep it suspended. Now, I don't want to pour it over that, so I'm going to pour it over here, and you could fill it up. I'm going to go ahead and put a decent amount in, so you'll be able to see it in these guys. But those are in the store too. So I'm going to start. I can't show you every single glitter because there are probably, I don't know, 50 of them in there now. I didn't count. So I will show you them little by little as I do projects. So this will be suspended. I mean, the heavier ones may sink, but most of this will stay suspended, and it's just a beautiful turquoise blue. But it's like fragments. It's not like normal everyday glitter. So it's ultra light. All right. So I think I will pour it in these guys over here so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like when they come out and how big they are. As I keep spraying this. Oops, let me get that glitter out of there. I don't want it in there. If you guys are interested in this heat mat, there is a 10% coupon code in the description. This is from Estoyo, and you can use that 10% in their whole store. I think the coupon code is my name, Michelle. So definitely check them out. I just want to wiggle this around a little bit. I don't know how many this 2 ounces is going to fill up, but we will see. I'll do 1 turtle and 1 stingray and see how much I can get. It's going to drain down, and his head goes back there. I was going to use sand, but I decided not to. I'm just going to clean him up a little bit so there's not a lot to trim. And spritz them. Just make sure your inlays stay on the bottom. There's another piece of that glitter in there. So push them down and they may release bubbles as well. And just make sure they're down in there. And check on them periodically as you can, because you don't want them to float too high. Even if resin gets underneath, excuse me, if resin gets underneath, it peels off very, very easy. But if it's gonna completely float, then it won't come off that easy. Like a small thin layer is fine, but any more than that, it'll be a little harder. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for just a few more minutes before I turn the mat on, because I don't want to heat bubbles up and cure them in here. So I'm thinking this mat will cure this 4-hour resin much, much quicker than it did my pump resin the other day. And again, I'm going to put the cover on it today. Okay, be back in just a sec. It is completely cured. It's been about 2 hours. I've been editing other videos while I was doing this, and I came back to check it. They are solid as a rock. In fact, I shut the timer off. I don't even think it's been 2 hours because it didn't shut off by itself. So they're still really warm, but I'm going to do this anyway. Now, I knew it was going to cure bubbles in there, and that was the chance that I took, and I was right. See all those little bubbles all over the silicone? So I'm wondering when I fill it if that's going to fill in. So let's get them demolded. We'll do this one first. I'm trying to let these cool down, but it's really late at night and I don't want to wait a long time. So I'm just going to get these out. And yes, silicone got behind. But look, it comes right off. This one here, oh, there it goes. See how it pulls right off in the shape of your inlay? Then you're just going to take your finger and pull your inlay out nice and clean. It's really warm. Let me grab something here. I'm gonna get a dotting tool with a round end just to help me pop that out. Okay, so we're gonna set those aside, and I chose 2 glitters that are in my collection. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill the heart with my red wine. This one is called Red Wine, and it is in ultra fine. And this one is my Gold Rush, another ultra fine. So they should suspend themselves in the glitter. And I'm going to put the gold in the dog print, and the heart is going to be red. Like I said, you can use this as a memorial piece and maybe put, or even get commissioned to do memorial pieces, and they can give you some ashes from their pet or a cat or whatever. I don't know. Do cats have the same paw print? I don't remember if my cat had 4. I have his ashes too, so I can make tons of these things. So I think I'm going to, I don't know. Let me think about it. I was just going to do the little pads in the gold and maybe fill up the back with maybe black. You know what I got? I got yesterday Let's Resin Black Epoxy. It's already black. All you do is mix it 1-to-1 like normal, and it's black. You don't need pigment, nothing. So these are 22-ounce bottles. So maybe I will just do the tiny little paw print, just the pads in the gold, and then fill the rest in with the black so I could try that resin. And then I still want to try, well, I have to let that cure till tomorrow. And then once that's cured, I still want to try a dirty pour. I don't know if it's going to be successful, but I'm definitely going to try. So let's get these out first, and hopefully they're not too hot to come out, because they are going to be bendy. This is like really, really hot. And they are a little bit bendy, so I hope I don't ruin them coming out of the mold. There is the stingray. I told you it would stay suspended. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, I love that. It's super pretty. Those glitter fragments. Again, I got them in silver and gold too. Not just blue, but the blue is pretty. Let's start with the little guy. Just kind of crack it open, and crack this one open too while I'm at it. Now, I hope I don't bend his little head off. We'll see how he comes out. Come on, you can come out. There we go. There he is. Isn't he adorable? I'll paint his little eyes black. He is so shiny, so glittery. I love him. So he's super cute. My dogs probably think I'm talking to them. Okay. This one is a medium-sized one. Get his little head out. Again, you should really wait till they are cooled down. And there he is. Could be mama and baby. So just get their little eyes painted, or just fill the shell with a different color. Like I said, this was extra resin. You knew that. You were watching me. So you can do it like it. You don't have to use extra resin. So you could fill their shell with something else if you wanted to, and then do their fins and their head or whatever differently. So those are going to sit right here. I am going to mix a tiny bit of resin. I'll mix like 1 ounce and split it between the two and get that poured in there. I mixed up 20 milliliters, which is going to be way more than enough. I didn't need an ounce. I didn't even need the 20 mils. So I split it into these little cups, and I'm just going to take some of this, oops, wrong one, the less amount for the heart. I'll just stick my not wet side. And this is my red wine. And it will stay suspended. I am using my fast cure again for filling them. I do want to pack it with glitter though, because I definitely want to see it. I mean, you can obviously see it, but I want it like glitterized. Glitter, glitter, glitter. I mean, you know what I mean. That's all I want. I don't want it any clear. And I'm just going to dump this into the heart. I'm not going to put it on heat mat or anything. I mean, it's like midnight here, and I'm not in any hurry to get this cured at this point. So I'm going to bring it to the even as I can with the back of the coaster. Oh, it takes more than I expected. Make sure you get eye level. And in my opinion, just under is better, because remember, we're going to back coat these unless you don't want to. If you don't want to back coat them, oh great, look at what I just did. If you don't want to back coat them and you get them really nice and crisp and clean, it's probably fine clear then. I just want to get that out of there. So now I'm going to mix in my Gold Rush, and I will be making some extras again. I want it nice and gold. So maybe I'll make you some of those little pocket hug hearts this time with this extra glitter. I'll make you one. I've been using this glitter to make pendants now. Not glitter. I've been using extra resin to make pendants for a change to send out as free gifts. So I think I will do that too. So I'm just talking out loud, speaking out loud, my mind here. I just want like the tiniest bit in each toe. I clearly needed maybe 5 milliliters and not 20. So take notes if you do this. You do not need 20 to fill this up. This is gonna be so cute, I think. I hope. Okay, let's hope that stays circular. Let me grab my dotting tool. Just kind of help it stay right where it belongs. Cool. Actually, there's too much in that little toe right there, so I'm just going to take some out. Because I don't really want them touching. You know what I mean? As if you're talking back to me. Some of you do talk back to me, I know you do. I don't have anybody to talk to in my room at midnight. Everybody's long gone by now. So you're stuck with me talking to you as if you're answering me. Okay. I don't know that we need to spritz it, but I'm spritzing it with my alcohol. Let me grab my little heart mold. And I will make one of each. so you can see it. I'm not going to fill it all the way up though. This red is perfect for Christmas if you need Christmas glitter. The perfect red. Perfect. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. All right, next morning. Time to get these out. Show you my little hearts if you haven't seen them before. Little crease down the center, and there is a little tiny, I don't want to call it a hole, but it's supposed to be there. I think it's supposed to be like the shiny spot, quote unquote, of the heart. So that is up in the corners. And then this one is not as thick because I didn't have as much resin, but that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's that. Now the one thing, I just mixed up 1/4 ounce of the black because it's only for his little paw print. The only thing with the black, which is black, like, it's great on color, definitely pigmented. I would just say stir the whole 5 minutes, because without it being clear, you don't know if you've got it all mixed properly. So just stir, scraping your sides and your bottom. That way you don't have any questions if it's been mixed in. So I'm just going to pour this in his little foot. Turn the heat mat on so we can get it cured so I can finish this project today. I don't even think I need 1/4 ounce. There we go. Perfect amount. I don't have any extra. And it is just barely domed, like barely, and I don't want it to be domed for the flat back coat that we're going to put on later today. All right, so I'm going to spray that. I did put eyes on the little turtle guys and this one. And I did pour 2 pendants. I'm going to put some UV resin on the top of those, so I'll show you those later. But let's get this curing and get this back coated today. Before we get back to the project, these are the extras. I was going to put something on them, but I don't know what to put on them. So whoever the lucky lady is that receives these in their package from an order, you can UV resin whatever you want on top of them. But these are the extras from the gold and then the extra from the black. So I did make a couple of pendants. Now, as this project moves on, I keep changing my mind. Look at how cute this came out. It is so adorable. And now I don't know if I want to back coat it in colors because I don't know. I definitely am not going to do a dirty pour. I'm sorry if I disappoint, but that would be too busy since I didn't do just one color. So I've already got 3 colors on there. My husband is telling me back coat it with a tan. My mom's telling me to keep it clear. Until I figure out what I'm going to do, I have decided what I'm going to do with the top. So this is going to be a memorial piece for this dog. This was my very first dog. Well, not very first, our first one married. And we got her in 1995, and she lived to 2006. She was 11 years old. Her name was Lexus. And she was the best, loyalist dog ever. This was the only large dog I've had. I've always had small dogs since then. So I printed out her name and then the years she lived in gold cricket, whatever, vinyl. And I'm going to clean this off because I do have fingerprints on it. I'm going to put that on the top while I make up my mind about the bottom. Because it might even change, my mind might even change after I get this on there and top coat it. And then I think what I'll do is I'll hold up some paper behind them and see if I still want something on it. So I'm going to just put her name on here and put her dates on here. Let's see, I only had a crooked spot, so I didn't have really much of a choice. Because I really wasn't planning on putting her on here. But let me grab something here. What can I find? A little knife. So as you all know, I always change my mind in the middle of projects, so you can't always expect to get what I tell you you're going to get at the beginning. Oh, that looks cute. She's the only dog I don't have the ashes for. All my other pets I do. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't have put her ashes in here. So this is a good memorial piece for her. So I'm going to mix up some clear, and I think I'm going to use my pump resin. Actually, I have this sitting here, my tabletop epoxy, because me and my mom just did tables today. So since it's sitting here, I'm going to use that. It cured up real nice. I'm going to turn this heat mat back on for it as well. So this will probably take less than an ounce, so be back when it's cured. Surprise! I back coated it. I back coated it in white, and I didn't want to extend this video any longer, but I will reveal it to you. Is this the right way? Nope, it goes this way. It's almost cured, but it's not completely, so I gotta be careful. There it is. And I decided I'm going to drill a hole in the top. Well, I'm gonna have Dawn drill a hole in the top, put a ribbon on it, and hang it on my Christmas tree. So I'm going to, make an ornament out of this one for her. I might even do the sides in gold. I'm not sure. I haven't decided, but I wanted to show you the final results before I did that. So that's it, you guys. I will get you a final picture up close. Thanks for watching. I hope I inspired you, especially to make memorial pieces. I think I'm going to do some for my other pets too. So I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a blessed day. All right, bye.